Hello, everybody. So, welcome back. Oh my God, I'm sure you guys have been following social media. I've just been so busy, but I decided that tonight, before the episode premieres, we need to cover a lot. Like, a lot has been going on in Huntsville, and we need to talk about it. Let's start off with Melody finally. Sorry. Oh. Let's start off with the fact that Melody finally decided to expose Martell. You know, people have been like, oh, she's messy, she is this, she did not allow Martell into her daughter's birthday party, blah, blah, blah. And the funny thing is that we've been trying to explain to them that it is not about allowing him into the party. It is about the fact that he has not done anything or shown any character that is pleasant enough to allow him into the party. So Mel decided that, oh, she's going to bring the proof. So On dropped an exclusive. Obviously, they're going to drop like a sneak peek. And I loved it that she decided to expose Martell. Yes. So let me play the clip before we go on to speak.
Girl, after the party was over, we got home. I said, all right, Mariah, let's call your dad so you can go hang out with him, Call. I'm going to let you listen to it. Now listen to this. So you're not going to get a meeting there? No. Okay. Now, you hear me laugh because it's funny to me. You stood out here in this party for 30 minutes talking about, I should be able to have her on her birthday.
He acts like, no, it's no, like, no.
It's a real.
I was very glad that she decided to speak up because you know that over the season, Mattel would do something, people would drag Mel and they'll be like, oh, Mel is not nice, Mel is this, Mel is that. I feel some sort of way that, oh yes, the audio of the child was being played. But when you look at it, she has no other way to show proof that one, she invited Mattel to come get this girl later on. That means they must have had a conversation after the whole blowout. It seems that people are not reading between the line. They must have had a conversation. People have just been saying, oh, Martell did not pick this girl, Martell did not pick that girl. But I'm reading the lines. She must have called Martell, had a conversation, and said, oh, the party is going to go for about 2-3 hours. And after that, you can come pick this girl. Martell must have said, oh, he will think about it. For her to call Martell and say her daughter should speak to Martell about when he's going to pick her. I hope people are reading between the lines. So a conversation that most likely had been cut out when they were editing must have happened. So Martell most likely had already accepted to come pick this girl. But you all can guess where Martell was, obviously. I'm so happy because every single person has been like, oh, Mel is very wicked. Mel is this. Didn't you see how happy the child was? Okay, now that she has decided that, oh, Martell can come, they are shifting the goalpost. Everybody's like, oh, she should have not released that audio. This is what pisses me off. Nobody seems to want to look at the info of what Mel is saying. Nobody seems to want to care about what she's trying to show you guys that, oh, she decided to have a conversation with Martell and tell Martell he can come pick this child. And Martell decides, no, he's not going to pick this child. Guess where Martell was? Martell was in Todd's and Candy's movie viewing. The same people that he was out here in Villas of Atlanta bashing left, right, center. He went there. So I'm trying to understand why a man who so much says he cares for his daughter would say, oh, I'm going to come pick you on Monday. And we all know what happened. When he picked this girl on Monday, because obviously Monday was his week, he never actually threw this girl a birthday party. What do you have to say?
It's for me, I feel like Martell is such a funny human being. I'm literally, when I saw the clips, I was literally happy because it felt like a vindication for Melody. because everybody was like calling her names during the last week, saying that she didn't allow Martell to see the kids. When everybody, some of them were just trying to be blinded by the fact that he was going against the court case. A lot of them decided to forget that you have to respect court rulings when the judgment has already been made. Most of them decided to forget that fact and because they wanted to blame Melody. And now she was saying, I'm going to give you this child, even when it's my day. I'm going to call you and give you this child. Now the child was given to her. Was okay. The party was over and he was called, and he was like, "No, I'm not gonna pick you." So my question was like, why all those drama? What was he trying to play like the good father when we know he's not good? I
It's
said people were
obviously Vic and Carlos are trying to make Mel look like the bad parents because since this season started, that has been the premise of whatever they've been doing. Oh, Mel
and
did this. Oh,
fail
Mel
wo-
did that. It's annoying.
they are going to literally fail woefully because only this has proved that Martell cannot be a responsible father. Martell is a selfish father. I don't know whether people don't read through that. He's a very selfish father.
It's selfish because if you say this man so loved his kids, why didn't this guy throw a party for once? This is 3 years since the divorce. Let's use that. This is 3 years post divorce. Not once has Mattel ever thrown these babies a party.
The fact
Not
that
once.
knowing that he had her on Monday, we never saw any social media post. We never saw any party thrown. As he was making mouth in that party, I'm gonna contribute. I want to help celebrate birthday with my daughter. What happened to you celebrating that birthday? I just felt like he wanted to cause a scene, like you said, paint Melody in a bad way, make her look like a bad mother that is probably jealous of the children wanting their father to be in their life. And now that you have them, what could you do? A lot of, and I'm seeing a lot of people saying that, trying to make excuses. I am tired of those people that keep on making excuses for this guy. I am literally tired of making excuses for people that make excuses for him, because now that it is the stone, they found out that he was lacking. They are trying to make excuse for him. But when Melody is protecting, for Melody to act the way she acts, she knows this man. She was married to this man for so many years. None of us, nobody, even us that were trying, while we are YouTubers, bloggers talking about Martell and Melody, none of us know Melo and Martell more than Melody herself, because she was in the marriage. She knew what she went through. She knew how their marriage was. So when she's taking certain actions, certain decisions, she knows what she's trying to prevent. But all of us, we're
I
just
know what
trying
she
to like
was saying that
hold.
she has always been protecting Mattel. Yeah, I'm actually glad that she's fighting back because to be honest, no one has actually cared about her feelings. She has been getting dragged for weeks, for weeks, for weeks to make Mattel look like the good person. Look at what on TV did, running a whole poll to see who was the better person in a situation where obviously Mattel was the one going against court order. They are just trying to make her look bad. I really don't get it. So now that she's fighting back, we're moving the goalpost to, oh, the kids' conversation is private. Yes, I'm also of that opinion that the conversation is private. But you all were the ones saying, oh, she told her daughter that her father could come. She told her father that could come. Now that she decided to expose the fact that, yes, now Mattel can come, nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to come talk about that. And but what I really don't know what's your point. If you have a problem with people's assets, you actually don't need to be here. Like no one is forcing you to watch. Nobody. To be honest, nobody. So I really don't understand why you're acting so ignorant. You might as well like leave. But my point is, I put it up on my page, and all the comments. The last episode it had about 300 plus comments of women bashing her. This time around, nobody is even talking about the context of what's happening on the video. Everybody's just like, oh, she shouldn't have released this video. So what? Mel is also bad. I hate when people have to say both people are bad. No, this is not about being bad. This is not about being innocent. This is about what's happening currently. Who was at fault? I've never said anybody is a saint. I've never called Mel a saint. I've never called Martell a saint. So currently, who is wrong? Currently, who is right? And the fact is, if we're going through or looking at this legally, Martell is wrong. There is no truth about it because, okay, she decides to call her day short. If you guys don't know, the court order says in every odd year, Mel gets to have the kids for all the celebration. Last year, we never saw Mel go to Martell's house. We never saw Mel try to invade Martell's whatever when it was not her time. We never saw that. But every single time Martell does this, everybody tries to rationalize why he did that. And it's very unfair. It's actually very unfair. Let me read a little bit of the comments because I've just been ignoring what people have been saying there. I think it is fair. It always has a record of what Mel does. Yes, it always has a record. And as much as I would not put my child's recording out there, Martell has been using these kids as weapon, especially from last year to this year. Because why is it always Mel does this thing with the kids, Mel do this thing with the kids, Mel says something about the kids, Mel has too many babysitters, Mel this. He has been using these kids as weapons. Like, dude, you're not paying this woman child support. You're not giving her any alimony. You are basically not contributing anything. Mel is the one covering the tuition of these kids. If we look at who is actually providing financially, it is Mel. And never for once have you seen Mel come out to complain. She shut up. She carried herself. She looked for resources and she's taking care of these kids. But every single time, Martell is always encroaching on a boundary and a space, and he always has an excuse using these kids every single time. He didn't pick her the next Monday. No, I'm sorry, he didn't throw her a party that next Monday. Martell has not thrown these kids any party since they divorced. So why are you coming to celebrate anything on Mel's time? Why? So this is Carlos Martell and Shari storyline, but it is up. It is blowing up because everybody can see the fakeness from the stars. Martell was trying to reenact what Kanye did on Chicago's birthday to Kim. And he did it terribly because at least we know that Kanye is bringing some sort of money to this kid's life. We can't say the same for Martell. We can't say the same. Martell just shows up and expects to be respected. He shows up and expects Mel to just be like, okay, he's the father of my kids. I might as well just like swallow it, take all the insults, and it's women that are always like, oh, why can't she take all the insult? Why can't she just bow down? The kids are so important. The kids are so this. The kids are so that. It's almost like they do not know that when these kids grow, they will look back and be like, nah, my dad was actually making my mom unhappy. Kids want everything. Kids want to have this. Kids want to have that. Are you going to give your kids everything they want?
If the kids are the problem, why don't themselves why don't they attribute the same kids to Martell? When he was giving Sherelle's word, all those text messages and whatnot, they didn't know that the kids were involved.
Allegedly.
But now that allegedly, exactly, allegedly. But the fact is that, see, I'm tired of all these pick me people that come out here always wanting to bash Melody. I'm literally very tired of them because I know for sure that if any of them were to get married to someone like Martell or have a bit of, stuff that Martell has been doing to his wife to them, most of them will come online, start videoing and telling us how their man has been bad. But now that it's happening to somebody, they feel like it is all right for it to happen to the person because it's not true. Most of them will not have taken 1% of what Martell does. Like, look at him in this.
That's what people were saying. Most of the people
literally having fun after causing that whole fight. You would think he was so much of a loving father.
Most of these women who know how to give advice, they would never take that advice. They would never do what they say. They just are not happy when black women don't have to submit to black men who are overtly terrorizing their life. They are just not happy with that. They want women to always have to bow down, always have to do. I mean, if Martell is looking for someone that will follow all what he wants, he can as well follow Carlos. I mean, Carlos is will gladly do whatever he wants because we all know how Carlos loves Mattel. We all know he might as well just be his next wife with the way things are going. I'm just kidding, anyways, because it's crazy to me that now she has brought proof that Mattel was told to come pick this child later on. He said no, and the following Monday he never threw this child any birthday party because definitely we were online. We never saw any post. We never saw anything. Mattel has not thrown this girl a birthday party. He will most likely just carry them out. He has never thrown her a birthday party. So all this, I feel like I should be invited to my daughter's birthday party through yours, and so that all this will not happen. So your child will understand that we are not
I feel
together.
like
So our child will understand that at this point, mommy and daddy, we are no longer together. We
I
are
feel
no
like
longer
he wants to
together.
reap where he did not sow. I feel like he somebody else threw a birthday party, but he wants to enjoy the benefit of it without putting any weight. Like I'm sure Melody did a lot of planning. There was a lot of planning into this, a lot of arrangement. There was a lot of things that went on to making that party a success. While he was wherever he is having the fun of his life, then on the D day he just
Marcel
shows up.
never wanted to attend that birthday party.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
knew
Wants
Mel
what
would never
them.
allow him to attend.
He
He
was just
attended to
there
get
for
on
the
her
cameras.
nerves. He attended to have a drama.
Yeah,
Your
it was
mic
just
is causing a lot of
cameras.
your mic is causing a lot of problem. He attended to cause a lot of drama. He just came there for drama, and productions aided the whole thing because it was a private event. Obviously, productions would have told him, "Oh, you can come, you can do this, we will film it." They were not supposed to film all this, but Mattel made it possible for them to come with all their filming crew because he knew it was coming there to cause drama. Yeah, I'm actually very disappointed in Carlos because the sooner Mel realizes that Carlos doesn't care, Carlos cares about drama. He cares about drama. That is why he's always giddy about when this person is fighting this person is having a problem with this person. You just see what he said about marriage? He said, and I quote, recently, after dealing with reality TV, I've realized that some married women will comfortably allow their men have other women at the side and that they are comfortable with it. And I'm like, who cares? We know about this. Why are you using that to defend what's happening in all these marriages? It's just really crazy to me that he's purposely defending cheating in marriage, saying that women are comfortable and they will most likely stay with their men because they want to stay. It's crazy. The things Carlos says sometimes, it's actually very, very, very crazy. Yeah. It's sad we live in a world where people want women to now down to bow down so bad, and worst of it is women making sure that it continues to the next generation. Yeah, we are our own worst enemies. We are definitely our own worst enemies because most of the times the people who police other women, the people who will go complain about other women are women. Carlos is very, very messy. Very, very messy. Especially when I watched this interview with Marsau. When we were talking about marriage and all those things, I was repulsed. The way he actually agreed with Marsau when he said, Marsau said he's sure that no woman wants to be independent and every single woman wants to be married and wants to rely on her husband. And was like, yeah. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. You're gay. You've never been in a relationship with a woman. You've never had any conversation about a woman and independence. You have no iota, you have no idea, nothing. You should not even be discussing or having a discussion about something you've never experienced, you've never had a conversation with a woman about. It's disgusting. Someone in the chat said Melody should have asked for child support for what? He has no money. That would have created another headache trying to chase him for something you don't have. I mean, is he not the one suing her for child support? The Scots have plenty of drama for Carlos to exploit. Why is he always protecting? I'm telling you, if the Scots bring their own weight, people are tired of the male Martell. If the Scots pull their own weight, this whole thing will be interesting. It's almost like we have characters and you are protecting them, and it's crazy. You bash Bravo, telling them that, oh, they are not utilizing the storylines, calling them all sort of names. While you are doing the same thing in your own show, not using the storylines of most of your castmates and exploiting the same storyline over and over of a divorced couple. It gets tiring, it gets exhausting, and as our viewers are frustrated. In case he doesn't know, I'm just like announcing it to him in case he doesn't know. So, for you all that don't know, Martell is coming out with a new business. It's collaborating with Miguel Wilson's collection, and they said in 9 days, I think this is like 2 days ago, so in 7 days, they will have their annual black tie experience. And if you see here, they said fashion show featuring a special guest appearance by several Redskin legends and a preview of the new Martell Holt suits collection. So basically, Martell will be having like a collaboration with this dude to release a suit. I mean, he has had so many failed businesses, so I'm actually shocked he decided to go through the suit route. He tried fitness, he tried children book, he tried wine. It's true. Where is the wine? Nobody talks about his wine anymore. What happened to Martell's wine?
My
That's the
first
problem with
question,
Martell. He gives up too easily. Wine is
my
not a simple business.
first,
We can't
who,
hear anything. Your mic is causing a lot of static. I think you have to go out and come back in. Martell gives up easily because, to be honest, if he had persevered, if he had put in more money into adverts, if he had given this wine to a lot of influencers, I can bet you Mattel would have actually made it. But he looked at it that, oh, sales were not great. I might as well give up. We only heard about Honest Wine in one season, and that's like half of the season. And by the half of the season, he was no longer selling. By half of the season, he was not even shipping to Huntsville, to Alabama, which is crazy. So I already saw the red signs. He thinks business is something you just enter and it's going to prosper. Obviously not. It's not. I don't know. It feels to me that Mattel is looking for a cheap and easy way out, a cheap and easy way to make money without knowing that business requires you to take a lot and a lot of um risks. And this is a risk that he's not actually willing to do. He just wants to get there. He wants to just make the money and be like, oh, yeah, 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 I've made it. And I hope they won't be giving us any tight suits like what Mattel wears, because sometimes I'm like, does this man even breathe in what he wears? Mattel is looking for a sugar mama. I mean, he already got a sugar mama, because from what I heard, apparently the women get to pay the men 10% of their money. So that's why it's with Shari. That's why it's with Shari. Because the women get to pay out of their check, whatever they're paying the women, like for instance, if they give Sheree $1 million for the entire season, Martell gets 100,000. That's I too would do that. The event is in DMV. Carlos clearly helped Martell with this collaboration. I wonder if it will be filmed for Love and Marriage. It will be filmed for Love and Marriage Huntsville, and most likely Real South of Atlanta. And most likely, yes, Love and Marriage DC, because DC lacks content. Oh God, DC is the most boring franchise. They might as well just dead the whole thing after this season. I cannot get into the characters. That's the problem with DC. I cannot get into the characters. So the thought of we thinking that Martell was not gaining anything from Real of Atlanta was false, because he gets 10% of Sheree's check. Yeah, it was Carlos that actually confirmed that the men or the husbands of the women do get 10%. So Martell doesn't have a job currently. So if he's to get 10%, that's a lot of someone who is jobless. He tried business, it didn't work. He tried wine, it didn't work. He tried to pass his builder's license multiple times, but it didn't work. So he might as well do this. Now, I was looking, obviously, if it's a collaboration with this man, they expect Martell to sell a percentage. They expect to give Martell like probably 50%, 30%, depending on how much may have been agreed. I don't know how much was pre-agreed or how many percentage Martell is to get once they sell a suit. So Martell has to sell a certain number. I'm using my idea from what I know about collaborations. You have to sell a certain number to get a percentage, or you have to sell a certain number to get paid. Now, looking at the prices of the suits, they are not cheap, obviously. $1,400, $1,400, $900, $800. So he needs to have supporters that are willing to spend this amount of money. Does he have them? Because I definitely, as much as I do not like him, it would just be sad if he has another failed business.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Sorry, I don't know what happened then. I believe he's going to have another failed business. I'm sorry, I'm not an agent of sad news or bad news or anything, but I
would
feel
have given him a pre-cut if it's a collaboration. Or
I feel like this is not going to work. All his businesses didn't work. He was under the shadow of Melody, and Melody has been covering him. Now that we've seen it, ever since he left Melody, what tangible thing has he done? Like, what tangible thing are we saying? Okay, fine.
It may work if he's actually if he puts in work, because selling this suit will be easy for him. People know him for suits, so all he needs to do is advertise it so much. This is why I was really pissed at Martell. You know you have a collaboration coming out, and then you're posting it on your Instagram story. Why? Why not post it on your page? Do an Instagram ad, do something, let people get pumped up that, oh, Martell Holt is finally releasing a suit line. People are going to be interested. But no, what are you doing? You posted your Instagram story. Why?
He's lazy, and I don't think he's business savvy. I don't think he has anything. He knows anything about business. He's not business intuitive. I'm not sure he knows anything about business, because if you look at everything he has done about his businesses, he has always gone about it the wrongest of ways. Then it end up crumbling. I just feel like if
but
he
this
does
is the best business he can ever do.
Because we all know Martell and his suit. Yeah, we know Martell and his suit, and I feel like it might prosper. It depends on how he carries himself. Like you're saying now, he only posted this thing on his Instagram story instead of posting it on his feed, on his page, so that people will see it and even pin it on, on his feed, and he didn't do that. So that's what I'm saying, that I feel like he doesn't know how to organize himself. He doesn't know the right steps to take when it comes to business. Imagine Ines Wine having that much failure, after being on a TV show, after being publicized on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Like, that is the biggest advert you can get.
No, the first failure he had for Ernest Wine was the fact that he said out of his mouth he doesn't drink. So if you don't drink, why are you doing the wine? That just puts me off. And the fact that shipping was terrible. People were not getting their orders in 1 month, 2 months. So it's like, it's not good for that. If he wants to do a business, I actually thought he was going to, yeah, as Sarah said, I thought he was going to have his own, like open his own company for suits. Okay, I know, maybe because I'm thinking too big, but anyways, he can start small. But I thought he was going to open his own company, like maybe like Canvas Beauty, have his own like company for suits, but he probably does not have the principal, so he's going through the having a collaboration with this person. But me, I'm actually looking at the prices and I'm like, his supporters would need to have a lot of money, because looking at the suits, it's quite obvious that they are quality suits. I'm going to say that. They are quality suits. They are quality. So to get quality, you will have to spend a lot of money. I don't think most people received their order. He kept saying, "Oh, they're producing it in this, they're producing it in that." Like, I don't know, people who bought the wine, congrats to them. Congrats to them. Because the
But,
way he
but,
allowed that business flop, you had a
but
storyline going for my grandmom, for my this. You had a sub story, and you ruined it all with your own hands. People were legit buying the wine. I'm not saying he had thousands of sales, but the hundreds that he got, he didn't sell anything. Your mic is still causing a lot of background noise. The hundreds that he had, it still did not sell or ship well. He had to refund some people their money. It was a whole drama that time. It refunded some people their money because they could not make the shipping. Now, for this one, I have to say the suits are actually quality. The suits are actually quality suits. But now the price is, can his supporters buy it? Because all we know, most of his supporters are the older women who are, I'm not gonna say pick me. So they'll have to probably buy for their husbands, for their sons. They are pricey. Yeah, he needs the money for his mistress, and yeah, five or six kids, because we are not sure if Arionne is pregnant, but people are really speculating that she's pregnant. But yeah, the suits are quite pricey. So that's why I thought he was going to bring maybe an affordable suit line. Like, come on, Martell. There are smart things you can do. An affordable. And this is my point. It's a collaboration. So his name, the line of the suits that he will be named after. Oh, sorry. The suit line that will be named after him, he has to sell a number of suits to get remuneration. So if he doesn't sell that number of suits, the percentage he will most likely get to be lower. So that's why I thought he was going to come out with an affordable suit line that everyday person can buy. That's what I thought it was going to come out with. Then open your store. People will come to visit your physical store, buy things. I mean, it's quite easy. It's quite easy. I didn't even need to think much to have the ideas packed up together. I don't know what he's thinking. He's really dropping the ball on something that can be really easy. I'm happy that he finally got a collaboration. I'm not bashing it, but I'm seeing it from the other side that He could make much, much, much more money if he decides to open his own store and sell affordable suits. People will come, you will measure them, make affordable suits for them. Have your own models, walk the runway, do your own runway show on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Make it big.
I feel
Make
like
it
Mattel's
big.
problem. I think Mattel's problem, especially, is that he thinks he's bigger than he is. He thinks he's
And now
well.
that he's in the RHOA, it's worse.
He thinks he's well loved. He's well liked. He's a big man. He's, in short, I think in his mind, he thinks he's Beyonce because only yeah, because Beyonce can literally come out and put a cloth for $5,000 and people are rushing to buy it, not caring about the money because of who she is. So Mattel coming out and telling some people that look at the range of people that watch Love and Marriage Huntsville. Then look at the people that actually support him. Are the people that cannot really afford these prices of these things. So I feel like this is another ball that might drop on him. Because why would I take my money and go and buy this? Most of them are women, so they have to be buying for, like you said, their husbands, their brothers, their uncles, whatever. How many times have you thought and said that to yourself and said, I want to buy a suit for my uncle? How many times will you sit down and have that thinking? It's rare. It's literally very rare. So I feel like I don't know. I pray it doesn't go down because I'm rooting for him for this one to succeed. Since Inez did not work out, I'm actually rooting for this one to work out. But looking at it, it doesn't look great that it's gonna work out at all.
To be honest, because I'm like, come on, come on. It was such an easy way to. Yeah, he's actually very desperate because he needed to just sit down. He needed to just like think, oh, how will I make this? See, when Mattel said he was going to, when everybody was saying Mattel bring out a suit line, Mattel bring out a suit line, I thought the suit, like what exactly I'm explaining is what I thought Mattel was going to do. Mel has a skincare line. What's her name? Stormi has a hair care line. Tisha and Marsau have black, even if it's a collaboration. But they have something that that, oh, they have. But now you are collabing, they are basically using your name. What he's doing is exactly the same thing that Mel did with J Bullying, but that's because Mel was modeling and probably getting a percentage. So basically, what he's doing is that's exactly what he's doing. Mel doesn't make clothes, but she models and collabs with J Bullying. So I thought he was going to open a physical store. I thought he was going to start sewing his own suits, probably hire tailors. Yes, obviously, it's going to take a lot of capital. But Mattel will be successful. It's not too late for him to do this. I'm telling you. It's not too late. It's not too late for Mattel to still do this. After this collaboration, he might as well open his own. He will get a lot of money. He's getting 10% from Shari. Get an affordable store. Have a hire tailors. Sew your own. Then say Martell Holt suit is opening. I'm actually giving this guy free advice. The Martell Holt suits. Open a physical store in Huntsville. Trust me, the YouTubers are going to come trying to visit, trying to see if it works. This is sensible. The difference between Mattel and Mel is that Mel does not want to become a fashion designer. Mel does not, Mattel is known for suits. So why are you doing a collaboration instead of having your own suits? Mattel, you need to open, like Riri. Riri has Fenty Beauty. You need to have your own Fenty Beauty of suits. This is a stepping stone. Don't waste it because you have 5 and probably one on the way kids coming. With Arionne, she's quite demanding. Maurice collaboration with Bolin are elegant, high fashion looks and affordable price. This makes them. This is my point. Affordable. So now that he's going to make an unaffordable classic line, go, you will definitely have people that be like, oh, so Martell has a suit line, so Martell has this. Might as well snatch it up and be like, yeah, so now I'm opening my store, the Martell Holt store. Come and buy suit at affordable price. We're going to size you. We're going to sew this outfit, and you are not going to regret patronizing us. I don't know what his plans are for the future, but this is what I'm just thinking, that he can definitely utilize this well and make a lot of money. But the problem that I have in Mattel is he gives up easily. He wants that quick cash. He wants that quick cash. One would ask, how many castmates does it take to make a melody Shari? Mattel even used the top in his calendar. Tisha used the photographer for her Cruella Devil shoot. Devil shoot. To be honest, and you know why I will not like come at the others, because I know for one that they're not trying to like own businesses and be like, oh, I do this, I do that. Mattel has failed several times. This is his best shot at becoming a businessman. It's his best shot and his easiest shot at becoming a businessman. He doesn't need to do too much to own a suit line. How can he be broke and finance a media company, Carlos? Wait, who has a media company? Wait, I'm not getting you guys in the chats, or I'm not following you guys. Who are you guys referring to about having a media company? Thank you, Patricia, for the for the super chat. What? When? When did he get this? I must be out of the loop. This is my problem with Mattel. Why don't you promote all these things? Why don't you? You didn't promote your honest wine. You didn't promote your. You didn't promote your. You didn't promote your suit line that is coming out, the collaboration. What exactly are you not going to promote if you cannot promote your media company? He has a media company with so many failed businesses. Come on, you guys are whining me. You guys are really whining because that's crazy. That's really crazy. If it really has a media this thing, that's crazy. That just means that he's not ready for anything. He's not ready. A media company means that you know what you're doing in media. You know what you're doing. Like, he basically doesn't know what he's doing. Why would I trust his company to do anything for me? Media 101. Look at how Marsau and Tisha promotes black. Look at how Melody promotes her skincare. Look at how Stormi promotes her hair care. You don't need to do too much. These are simple things that you should be able to do. Why can't he do it? Why can't he do it? Rather, you're latching on this person, that person, this person, trying to get child support, trying to get money from sugar mama. I will be so mad if it doesn't open its own suit store. At that point, I'm just be like, that's crazy. because that's an easy way to make it. Because man, I didn't even know. Like, is that bad? I didn't know he had anything. I didn't know he had anything. And that's crazy. Because that's definitely going to be another failed business. What about those who didn't receive their wine? Well, you decided to spend your money there. Nobody sent you. Answer copies every. Tell me. He copied Marsau and Tisha to do a wine because he felt like, oh, people talk about chocolate in a bottle, people do this. Martell and Tisha plus the people that they're collabing are spending a lot of money to promote black. He thinks because it's as the other lady said, he thinks because it's Martell Holt is somehow Beyonce and every business he opens must prosper. No, no. Yeah, it takes money to spend money, so it should be willing to spend that money. That was why I was disappointed when I went to his page. Let me even show you guys his page, so it doesn't seem like I'm just like doing too much or I'm trying to bash him or anything. No, I'm not bashing him. I'm just going to show you guys his page. Let me try to go to his page. Martell Holt. I'm like, by now, because this is like 7 days to you announcing your suit line. Not an ounce of promo, nothing. Give us sneak peeks. Are you ready for this? Something new is coming. You guys be prepared. The Martell Holt suit is coming. Nothing. This is page, nothing. For a man that owns a media company, as you guys said, where is the suit? Nothing. No sneak peek, no nothing. I'm sorry, nothing. Just like the Ernest wine is going to fail. When are you going to start your promo? Do you need to shoot a video? Do you need to shoot a promo? Do you need to shoot something? At this point, call Melody because it's getting crazy. Call Melody. He's not marketable in my opinion. It's not about being marketable. It's the fact that he doesn't want to do any work. When let me not use Mel because people are like I'm comparing with Mel too much. Let me use Stormi. When Stormi wanted to bring down her body glaze, she did a video showing us how the product is used. When Black business wanted to expand, they did a video showing us what they wanted to do. Martell, nothing is on your page showing us that you're bringing a suit line in 5 days. You're not preparing anybody for money. Only probably YouTube knows you are bringing out this suit line. And trust me, YouTube are not on your side. So Martell, you have 335k followers. 335k followers, Martell. No post, not even a picture, not even a something, a write-up. Cheating style with a Martell suit of finesse. I'm telling you, this is actually catchy. This is catchy. This is very, very catchy. This is very catchy. So why is he not smart enough to use it? Why is he? Yeah, he could definitely use it. I mean, there are so many women who do not like melody. They will definitely buy that suit. But now you're just going to drop a suit line to people that are unprepared, have not saved any money, and then you wonder why it will fail. You wonder why most people would not be able to buy it. You wonder why people will be like, oh, Mattel did another business and it's not booming anymore. It's not because of people hate you. It's because you do not prepare them on time to save money. Let's look at musicians. Before Nicki Minaj releases an album or a song, she teases a little bit of the song. Look at her last music, Red Ruby That Seed. She teased it for about 2 weeks. The fans get ready to buy. The fans get ready to save money. The fans get ready. Hello, Gwen. But you're not teasing anything. I don't even know you're bringing up a suit line. He didn't even need to do too much. He could have as well just reposted the entire post that the man made. Let me go to the man's page. Let me go to the man's page. You could have as well put out the posts. The Miguel Wilson collection. You could have as well put it out. He didn't need to do too much because if you see this, you won't have even known that it had anything to do with Martell. Sorry, I don't think this is the one. Because Martell was neither in the stuff. Now look at the place they used to. Let me show you guys my screen. This is what Miguel Wilson is promoting. Why is he still holding this wine? Why are they using a picture that we've seen so many times? I thought he would probably be wearing his suit line to get us like interested. He's not wearing the suit line. He's not doing anything. So how am I sure the suit line is going to be that fine? Am I getting people interested? You should be the one posting this, not the man. He should be the one. I can't go find the post at this rate. Where's the post? Yeah, this is the post. Mattel is doing nothing to promote whatever is selling. He expects people to just buy it because it's Mattel. This is simple. That's why I said for Mattel, the best thing that he could have done was to open a physical store and have an affordable suit line. Why are you going designer? Why? And then you wonder why people cannot afford to buy your outfits. You will see that they never showed Mattel in this advert. So if you watch this, if you didn't read the caption, you wouldn't have even known that Mattel is the one throwing or coming to show his suit line. You won't even know. It showed us nothing. Mattel is not here. All I'm seeing are models. I was waiting for Mattel to pop up somewhere, but it never popped up. Never for once popped up. So how would you know that Mattel is the one? That's why I said he could have as well shown this on his own page and I would have taken him seriously. He did not. His page is empty. You won't even know that Mattel has something to sell. Then you wait and one day you'll be like, hello guys, come and see. It's Mattel with the suit line. Guy, please. Please. Bye. Not much of a media mogul. That doesn't have sense to promote new endeavor. Yeah, repost this thing even if you do not know what to post. If you realize that, oh, I did not shoot something, I did not shoot an advert, repost this. Do you He probably has a link to the time to. I'm even giving him ideas, maybe because I work in media, so I do know how this works. They will definitely have a link to where people are supposed to sell. So I'm sure the link definitely has a timer that is counting down to when the show opens, and then his collection link will open, and then people can buy. So the link will definitely have a timer on right now. So put it out, do an Instagram ads, put your link so that when people click the ad, it will direct them to the link. Then people will save and subscribe to be told, oh, this page is now live. You can now buy Martell Holt's collection. Simple. That's not too much. It's not too much. It's basic thing that every single company does. Or you can say, Martell Holt's collection is coming out, pre-order now. Put a link where people will pre-order, or people will start gathering money so that even if they cannot meet the pre-ordering, they can definitely save money towards when the page goes live. So that when it goes live, they are not like, oh my God, this is way too expensive. I cannot afford it. Martell, make it cheaper, blah, blah, blah. They won't have excuses then. It's just, it's easy. Yeah, he's so lost that he can't see that this is the easiest thing that he can ever promote. Easiest. He has landed the best deal ever. Best thing that he has. Because as much as I want him to open a physical store and have an affordable brand, he definitely is the kind of person that goes after money. So he's probably looking for money. I'm just one bringing ideas. I do not know if he's going to open a brand or open a store, because having a store is the best thing ever. People can walk in, test these suits, buy it, and you make much more money than having a collection with somebody. At a Holt is lazy as hell. You don't see any advancements because he's too busy trying to outdo Melody Shari without the working behind it. Melody Shari works her butt off. And this is the point. In this collection, in having a suit line, Martell doesn't need to do too much. This is like playing a jackpot and having the trick. It's very easy. I just sat here, I didn't even think too much, and I already found all the solutions needed. So, for someone who has been in the media for so long, it definitely should not be that hard to rationalize what he should be doing. Hi, Martell needs a job. He just needs better team. Because if I'm being frank, he needs a better team, a better manager. If it's Team Mel, Nika managing him, he needs to fire her ASAP. He needs to fire her ASAP because they are doing him a very big disadvantage. A very big disadvantage. Maybe part of the reason he wanted to have all information on Melody's business was to get additional copycat ideas and to see what he could make the most dollar at. This is what Martell can make the most money out of. This. This is the best idea he can ever make. This one. But I'm not sure if he's smart enough to notice that. Because when I heard, oh, Mattel is bringing a suit, I'm like, wow, that's so smart. That was the first thing that came out of my mouth. I'm like, wow, that's so smart. He's finally taking our ideas and he's using it well. But then I go to his page, I see nothing. I'm like, are you shitting me? This man is not bringing anything. Why are you guys lying? Told my sister that these people are really lying. Like, they are lying to me about Mattel bringing a suit line. He's not bringing anything. Only to find out that he really is bringing a suit line. He really is bringing a suit line. So I'm more than disappointed that he really is bringing a suit line. Because I want him to be smart about this. Yes, he needs to fire everyone on his team, for real. Mm-hmm. Mattel struggling to copy Mel's old blueprint, but she's now moved on to the master plan. Always tends this eye. I think it's not too pride is the problem here. It's not too terrible for him to reach out and be like, I have this thing going on. I just don't know how to go along. I just don't know how to move well with this. What did you have that will make it easier for me? He just needed to ask that. He just needed to ask that. Mel doesn't owe this trick nothing. Arionne better go get our own life. With a team, Mattel needs money to pay his team if he had one. Yeah, he actually does need money to pay his team, but they will definitely get money here, and he definitely got money off of Sheree. So what did he do with that money? I'm sure that Bravo paid Sheree nothing less than $1 million for a whole season. So we probably got about, let's say, 100,000. So what did he use the money for? Hire a good team. He can hire me. I'll give him good ideas because a suit line, fine, you've already disappointed me with the fact that you did not have a suit, you did not get to open your own suit company. But then after this suit line comes, it as much as possible. Show everybody that yes, Mattel has arrived. Yes, Mattel has a suit line, and I'm here to show you guys that Mattel rocks. And after you do that, announce that you are going physical. Get a simple store, make it look well, put racks, hire tailors, sew affordable suits. Trust me, Mattel, trust me, you will be making bank. Big bank, a lot of money. His book, Colors, may help him out. The probability of Carlos being involved here is also high. So Carlos definitely knows what has been going on. So why didn't he advise him to open his own suit company? Because that's what I expected. A suit company of Mattel. I think people need to get it. I'm not saying Mattel will not sell. I'm not saying Mattel will not do this now. I'm looking at the pros and cons of Mattel deciding to do a collaboration instead of having its own company. I would have definitely gone for a company rather than having a collection. That's how I would have done mine. I would have gone for a company rather than a collection because I feel it will make more money. I believe there was a time in the past where Melody might have helped Martell. I think it touched that bridge. Yeah, yes, he needs real help because he's wasting a good opportunity. It's a very, very good opportunity that he's wasting. Thank you all for you that have been liking. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for those who joined my membership. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you all for the support. I've really been appreciating that. The money he has to give Coleslaw, he's not giving Melody child support. Melody is the one paying school fees. Melody pays like, if I'm to compare, Melody pays like 80% of the kids' bills. All he does is probably take care of the kids when they're in his home because most likely she's the one buying the kids' outfits too. So, what exactly is he using his money for? Martell should have did an eyewear line of sunshades, leaving the daily and shade everyone with Martell Holt shades. I'm telling you, he should have said like, well, you know what I said, cheat something with the Martell Holt, cheating style with a Martell suit of finesse, then leaving in the shade with the Martell shades. Like, oh my god, it is so catchy. People will legit, male haters will buy this suit. Male haters will buy this suit if he does this kind of thing. But I think he's not that smart enough. Yeah, he has a lot of debt. Was not the one that announced that he has 10 million worth of debt. That's crazy. That's crazy. Probably Ari being pregnant, allegedly, because that's the only way he would have 6 kids. That's like the only way I can think of. Maybe Ari being prego. Yeah, so when the kids are with him, he has to have money for them. To do what? Matter barely. Their clothes, their almost everything is bought by Mel. Probably is it the money is carrying them to buy maybe KFC, maybe taking them to Chick-fil-A. Like I can't see what exactly he's spending his money on. I'm sorry, I can't see it. He's not spending anything. So I don't know where he threw the whole 10% that Sheree gave him. If the kids live in Martell 50% of the time, Martell should have clothes there. No need to pack to spend time with him. Yeah, but kids will most likely get their shopping done by their mom. Yeah, because I don't know how it would have blown 10% of what Sheree earns. Like I'm saying, and even check how much Sheree earns. How much does Sheree Whitfield and on Bravo? See, Sheree later was reported that Whitfield earns $800,000 for season 9 and 1 million for the 10 show. So if on season 10 she was earning 1 million, she's most likely earning $1 to $1.5 million. So if it gets like 10%, that's about $100 to $150,000. What did he spend that kind of money on? I definitely cannot understand. What did he spend the money on? He needs to explain because the mat is not Martin. The mat is not Martin at all. He could have opened his own store instead of limiting himself to this. I'm happy he decided to go the suit way, but I feel like he limited himself too much. Martell said he has a chef that cooks for him. Why would you have a chef if you're broke? Cook your own food. Yeah, because I only know Melody has a chef. I do not know about him having a chef. I've never heard about Martell having a chef. I've never heard Martell having a chef. That's all I can say. Never heard of Martell having a chef. Mm-hmm. So, guys, thank you for tuning in. We're going to be. Let me get the link. Uh-oh. Let me get it. So I'm going to drop the link for tomorrow's. Obviously, the panel is going to come on tomorrow, about 4 to 5, to discuss love and marriage Huntsville. So I'm going to drop the link for you guys to set a reminder to the love and marriage Huntsville panel. It's going to be interesting because you guys, did you see the episode when Kiki told Tiffany that at least she knows her dad? Ooh, that was crazy. If someone said that to me, ah, I will lose it. But many people are like, she deserved it. She has been running her mouth. She has been doing this. She has been doing that. But man, that was actually very crazy. So I've dropped the link for you guys to set a reminder for the live tomorrow at exactly 3 p.m. EST. We'll be live with Hira. We'll be live with reviews and recaps. We'll be live with Gigi Nan. Obviously, I'm sure you guys enjoyed Gigi Nan last week. She was really cracking us up, and we'll also be here. So you guys don't forget to go set a reminder. Go set a reminder. And also kindly support the channel by joining our membership, sending super chats, sending super stickers. It's I'll definitely appreciate you guys because you guys could doing me a 1 in a million. So it was actually fun being live with you guys. Set a reminder for all our lives because the panel is going to get more interesting, and we're seeing if we're also going to be interviewing some of the casts. And I want to ask you guys, do you want us to do a panel review for Summer House, the Martell Vineyard? I don't know. How many of you guys are watching that show? Just give me an answer. How many of you guys are watching Summer House, the Martell's Vineyard? I just want to know how many of you guys are. Because I actually find it interesting. Shay where said a damn shame too because he just keeps on doing dumb shit. So I don't feel sorry for him. It's all his fault. So I don't know if we'll host a panel for that. Depending on you guys' responses, we may do a panel for Summer House, Martell's Vineyard, because I feel like it's going to be a very interesting series. So Donardi says it's actually really, really interesting. We'll definitely think about it depending on how it comes across. So as I was saying, it was really great that Mel decided to speak for herself, and Mel decided to release that tape. because regardless of her releasing that tape showing that Martell was actually invited to get the girls to have this party later on. Sorry. He decided not to show up. So it's crazy to me that people are like, oh, Melly's the evil person, Melly is this, Melly is that, when Martell refused to do anything. Martell went. We are getting a history of the Inkwell. We can relate to that movie better. So it's crazy. So I'm going to see how people are going to react to this episode. People are already bashing Mel, saying, why did she expose Martell? Why did she release the recording? Why did she do that? Why did she do that? She could have protected Martell because the kids are going to grow up and then see this. But you guys are the same person that were bashing her, saying how she could have actually protected Ma. Yeah, I just do not understand. I just don't understand. They would think and they would rationale everything to defend this man, that at this point I'm like, I really just don't get it. I really just don't get it at this point. And it's it's all on God because I'm fatigued. They need to explain to me what exactly they are saying that we are not. So it was actually fun speaking to you guys. We may come live immediately after the episode to just do like a brief episode recap. But tomorrow we're having a panel review of Love and Marriage Huntsville with the panelists Gigi Nan, Vic Hughes, Tyra, Uzo, and myself. So we're about 45 that will be there. And it's always fun. You guys know how we always have fun in the panel. So don't forget to tune in tomorrow to meet the panel. And hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Don't forget to set up a reminder for the Love and Marriage Huntsville panel. Don't forget to set up a reminder for Monday, 5 p.m. EST for the Realers of Atlanta's panel. You guys set a reminder. Realers of Atlanta is going to definitely get interesting. So don't forget to set up a reminder for that panel, which posts on Monday by 5 p.m. EST. So set a reminder. Let me drop the link for you guys to go there and set up a reminder for that. So yeah, Martell bashes Melody all the time, but they will never see that. They would say Mel throws stones and hides her hands too. That's their favorite excuse. Even though Martell does anything, the excuse they have is Mel throws stones and hides their hands. At this point, it's just really exhausting. So see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, support by joining our membership, support by sending super stickers, support by sending super chats, support by sharing this video, support, just support us any way you see fit, any way you see possible. And don't forget to set a reminder for Love and Marriage Huntsville tomorrow by 3 p.m. EST and Realers of Atlanta by 5 p.m. EST tomorrow. See you guys next time. Bye bye.